All right, in this section, we are going to talk about acetylide anions. So we are going to talk about a different site of nucleophilicity in alkynes. So a different place alkynes can be negative. So the formation of an acetylide anion is in reference to the acidity of an alkyne. So in alkynes, pKa is the most acidic of these three compounds. It's around 25. An alkene has a pKa of around 44, and an alkane has a pKa of around 60 plus. So our alkyne is the most acidic by far. So it's so acidic that a lot of organic bases, or some organic bases, are able to remove that hydrogen and basically make a nucleophile. So that is what we are going to exploit in this reaction. So our general reaction is going to start by adding NaNH2. So this is an ionic compound. It basically exists as Na plus and NH2 minus. And NH2 minus is a strong base. So our NH2 minus, our strong base, is going to start by removing this hydrogen and making a negative charge on the end of our alkyne. At that point, we're going to add an alkyl halide, and we'll talk more about this in a second, but something like CH3Cl, where a carbon is attached to a halogen. And what's ultimately going to happen is that group, whatever your carbon group is going to end up attached to your alkyne. So our mechanism down here is shown below, which gives us a little bit of a better opportunity to discuss the details of it. So our strong base, NH2 minus, is going to steal this hydrogen. Those 2 electrons in this bond are therefore going to end up on the end of our alkyne, giving it a negative charge. In the second step, as we said, we're going to add an alkyl halide. So an alkyl halide is a carbon. In this specific example, it's CH3, attached to chlorine. We know chlorine is more electronegative than carbon, so it induces this dipole. So chlorine is partially minus, carbon is partially plus. And so since our alkyne is negative, it's going to be attracted to the carbon. So what's going to happen is our negative charge is going to be attracted to the CH3 with a partial plus, and it's going to kick out Cl minus. So this CH3 is now going to be attached to the end of our alkyne. Over here, there's some practice problems. So there's just one page of practice. So if you feel confident, you can go ahead and do these. If not, we can go through them together. So in the first step, NaNH2 is going to make this a negative charge, and then it's going to attack the alkyl halide, the carbon attached to the halogen. And so in this case, we will get our isopropyl added to our alkyne. And note that this is the end of our alkyne, and this is the carbon we have added. So there should be a bond between them. Next one, our strong base is going to remove this and make it a negative charge. And then that negative charge is going to come here and kick out the bromine. So we're going to add an ethyl group to the end of our alkyne. The next one, we're going to make a negative charge on the end of our alkyne with our strong base. And then that negative charge is going to kick out the chlorine and add a propyl to the end of your alkyne. The next one, base is going to remove this hydrogen. That negative charge is going to be attracted to the carbon attached to the iodine. So we're going to add this sec-butyl group to the end of our alkyne. And the last one is tricky. So in the last one, we have a hydrogen on both sides. This has a hydrogen and this has a hydrogen. So in the first step, we'll remove one side, make it a negative charge, and add the ethyl. That gets us to here. In the second step, we'll remove the negative charge on the other side, and then we'll add, in this case, a CH3, which will take us to here.